Matthew chapter 3, verse 1 to 6. Another time he went into the synagogue, and a man with a shriveled hand was there. Some of them were looking for a reason to accuse Jesus, so they watched him closely to see if he would heal them on the Sabbath. Jesus said to the man with the shriveled hand, "Stand up in front of everyone." Then Jesus asked them, "Which is lawful on the Sabbath, to do good or to do evil, to save life or to kill?" But they remained silent. He looked around at them in anger, and deeply distressed at their stubborn hearts, said to the man, "Stretch out your hand." He stretched it out, and his hand was completely restored. Then the Pharisees went out and began to plot with the Herodians how they might kill Jesus. You gotta love religious people because nobody else will. No, that's not true. This is a powerful passage of Jesus. I think if we think of Jesus and anger, we think of the time when he made the whips and he chased everyone out of the temple, like the one time Jesus got angry. But if you read the Gospels carefully, Jesus actually got angry quite a lot, or he got annoyed, or he got frustrated, like with his disciples when they'd constantly get it wrong. Mostly with the Pharisees when they'd get it wrong a lot, when they'd try to trap him. Every time somebody was being marginalized or pushed to the side or ignored, like Jesus gets angry, and it says that here, he looked around at them in anger, and then it's almost like added, and deeply distressed at their stubborn hearts. It's almost like an afterthought. It's like this, imagine Jesus giving this big sigh. It's like, really, do you really not get it? And I get so frustrated. I can totally relate to Jesus on this. When I see religion trumping over relationship, when people have to do the right things over doing the loving things, and it's like something we constantly have to fight against, because I think we kind of tend towards religion. We tend towards a list of don'ts. Christians don't do this. They don't smoke. They don't dance. They don't jump. They don't play Monopoly, whatever it is. I don't know. Instead of being, Christians are about giving life. Christians are about community. Christians are about uplifting the poor and the needy, about clothing the naked, about feeding the hungry. Like, we tend towards, this is the group that is out and this is the group that is in. My church is better than your church. This is the right way to do baptism and all that stuff. And Jesus is like kind of pulling out his hair, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And just graciously and lovingly and compassionately pulling us back to love the whole time. But there's probably a sense of anger and a sense of being deeply distressed at the stubborn hearts, because sometimes it feels as if we like to do those things. The religious people, like, we like to put things in place that hurt people, that marginalize people, that put barriers out for people. It's almost like we take joy in being the right against somebody else that's wrong. We don't have broken hearts when somebody's maybe got a wrong idea and they're traveling down a wrong path, and we want them back because of compassion. It's a sense of like victory. I've got it together. You're not like me, and you better look like me. And it sucks. And Jesus hates it, and he gets angry with it. And I think we are encouraged to be able to do the same. Get frustrated every time the church chooses religion over relationship. What is the greatest command? The greatest command: love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, strength, and mind. Love your neighbor as yourself. The Christian tattoo, the mark of the gospel. You will be known by the love you have for each other. And yet Christians are known for being hypocrites. We're known for being judgmental. We're known for the love we do not have for each other. We're known for building big walls to define who is the us and who is the them, and making sure that we don't linger too long with the them. And so it's almost like this miracle like fades into the back. There's a guy that's healed, and he has his crippled hand made well, and it should be this amazing thing that's celebrated. And as a result of what happens, this group of religious people go out and start plotting to kill Jesus. How do you miss the miracle? How often do we miss what God is doing because we're focusing on what is right and what our denomination says, and what was the right words, or what was the right way of doing things? How many miracles get pushed to the background? How many people get marginalized? How does God's heart break every time we do that? And how often have I been a cause of that for someone else? We need to be holding on to love. We need to be holding on to compassion. We need to be fighting for grace. We need to be celebrating the things that we are for and not the things that we are against. We need to be breaking down barriers of us and them and inviting people to come in, because the closer they get to us, hopefully, the more they will see and witness and experience Jesus. And if you see and witness and experience Jesus, then you want to be part of that, because there's something about Jesus that is enticing to the broken. It may be repelling to those who love religion and who love the right way and who love the way things should be done. But to those that are broken and who have shriveled hands and who are in need, Jesus is so enticing and so amazing. And so let us never be part of the group that witnesses a miracle and as a result goes to plot how we can create another boundary, how we can create another barrier, how we can kill the Jesus that exists in somebody, because that is too tragic to even think about.